Uh, let's see. Just a friendly game of Marvel Champions. I haven't streamed in a while, so I thought I'd just play a little bit of Marvel Champions. I figured I just want to go ahead and play a little bit. Maybe do a Spider-Man today, just to refresh my mind on how Marvel Champions is played. So I haven't played in a while, so I thought I'd go ahead and play a little bit. Hey there, Scooney. Just a friendly stream. I'm thinking I'm going to do some friendly streams here of some Marvel Champions or some other stuff I'm going to do. Just a friendly game. Nothing special. Nothing official. I'm a big Marvel Champions fan, so just gonna play a little Spider-Man versus Rhino today. Just something quick before the college football gets in here. So let's see. So Rhino, we'll just do standard Rhino with the starter deck. That's all. So starter deck with Rhino here. So you can see. Break in. Okay. Yeah, good to see you guys. Vita Productions, Steeler fan, Philip Reynolds. No, it's no Reds Cubs game, folks. Just a friendly chat, just a friendly stream. That's all. Kind of like what Jester does. I kind of like sometimes how ID Jester likes to go ahead and do a stream. Just a friendly thing, friendly stream. That's all. So I thought I'd do the same thing here. Little Spider-Man versus Rhino. I'll get maybe some other heroes on the board. Starter deck Spider-Man, that's all. Justice and all that. Spider-Man and Justice against Rhino. I want to play some more Marvel Champions. I have all the Marvel. For those of you who don't know what Marvel Champions is, it's from Fantasy Flight Games. It's an excellent game of Marvel. I have every expansion, so including the new X-Men stuff, which I really would like to get to one of these days. But I figured I'd start with Spider-Man here, a quick game. Just a quick matchup. Here. Let's see here. You prefer spiteful antagonistic streams to friendly ones, but you can't stick around. It's good to see you there, guys. So just a friendly game. That's all. I just gotta remember how to play this. So I got my player phase and villain phase cards and all that. So yes, I also have Arkham Horror. Scooney, I have every Arkham Horror as well. It's in storage. I want to do some more. I may do some Arkham Horror as well. Maybe just do a little bit of the core set. So I have Arkham Horror. I have Lord of the Rings again. I have Lord of the Rings. So I have those as well. But Marvel Champions, one thing about Marvel Champions, you don't have to worry about too many counters and dice. Let's see, Black Cat will keep, Helicarrier, First Aid. We'll get rid of that. Web Shooter, keep that. Working Wishing, keep. Do I really need 2 web shooters? Yeah, they're always good to have. So I'll keep those. And I'll get rid of First Aid for now. And we have Spider Sense. Very cool. All right. Yeah, I have all of Arkham Horror, including I have pre-orders for everything Arkham Horror, including the new Hemlock Vale game coming out. So, so this is just a friendly chat. Just they haven't heard from me in a while. Enjoying my off season from Inside Pitch. Everybody, of course, is already asking me. I'm getting people asking, can they start Inside Pitch the 1972 season now? Oh boy. Forbidden Island videos. Oh yeah, I heard about Forbidden Island. All right, let's see what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna go Rhino, the break-in. Let's see here. So the break-in contains Rhino 1 and 2. I'm gonna use the bomb scare. I got the bomb scare module in there. Simple. Go to that. Rhino's trying to break through the facility wall and steal a shipment of vibranium. You must stop him. I figure I may do Spider-Man versus Rhino, and then maybe a Captain Marvel versus Claw. Stay in the core set before I move on again. So, all right, so let's play. Let's see here. When we go first. All my stuff here. Let's see here. So, Let's see. Let's use Heroic Intuition. No, actually, I want to put out. Let's see here. Black Cat's always good to have. Let's see here. It's always good to have Heroic Intuition. We'll use one web shooter and helicarrier. Black Cat maybe didn't need, so I'll put her away. Put out Heroic Intuition, gives him a +1. Gives him a +1 thwart. And he generates a resource, so 1, 2. Actually generates a resource to put out a web shooter. That. And let's see here. And we'll save that. Keep the helicarrier, keep enhanced spider sense. It's always useful to have early. So we'll go ahead and keep these two. All right, so Peter Parker will flip, attack for 2. Rhino, bringing them down to 12. And we'll go ahead and let's see here. Maybe I should have kept her. Actually, no, that's all. We'll keep it for now. So set the turn down to 12. We'll draw 3, 2, 3. Hitting Tenacity, Aunt May, which is the best support. This is the best support card in the entire friggin' game. I don't care what level you're playing here. Another Heroic Intuition. All right. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's see. Gets a threat. Rhino attacks. Spider-Man gets a card, getting Jessica. He attacks for 2, +2 is 4. Ouch. I'll take it. I'll take it. So he takes that. Brings me down to 6. People think Rhino is always the introductory villain. He can be very tough, especially if you add some stronger modules. Rhino can actually be very, very tough. All right, so he gets that. Get an encounter card, and it is Hydra Bomber. Just joined in. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. I'll place the threat. Good to see you, DB. On the flyout chart, less than 2 outs is the outfielder's arm rate included in the calculation. Happy Saturday. Quick inside pitch question. On the flyout chart, less than 2 outs is the outfielder's arm rate included in the calculation. For what? For a sacrifice fly? For a sacrifice fly? All right, so let's see what we want to do here. So I got a Hydra Bomber here I got to deal with. He's already down to 6. He's already hurt. Okay, so Spider-Man is going to. He will attack for 2, taking him out. And he generates a resource there, so we use 1 to bring out Aunt May. And we will use Tenacity, Heroic Intuition, and the Helicarrier to bring out Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones will attack for 2. Actually, no, she's going to thwart for 1. Right down. On her. He will flip, and Meal heals it for 4, back to 10. This is just the starter deck. Nothing special, really. So, didn't do any damage on Rhino, so we stay put. So that's the turn. And there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting lots of good stuff. Okay. All right, so his turn. Gets a threat. Schemes 1 plus 1 is 2. Now there is 4th threat on the scheme. Outfield arm included in the calculation. Yes, it is included in the calculation, but not on the automatic sacrifice fly. So if you have, so you check first to you check the batter. You check the batter and you check the batter's SF rating, and if the sacrifice fly rating, if you roll a die, and if the die roll falls within the sacrifice fly rating, it doesn't matter. It's an automatic sacrifice fly. You do take the you do take the outfielder's arm though in calculation when you're still trying to get if he doesn't make it, and then you got to roll from third to home. You also take the arm when if on a sacrifice on a sacrifice fly if the runner goes from second to third. Okay. So, but remember, you only check the runner from second. If there's a runner on second base, you'll only check the runner on second base to go to third if the sacrifice fly roll was automatic. Okay. If it's not, I don't send the runner from second to third. But yes, you do check the outfielder's arm rate in coding the calculation. Yes, you do. All right. So, and he gets an encounter card, and it is a Hydra Mercenary guard. While this means engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. All right, wonderful. Okay. A little tougher today than the last time I played this one. All right, so. Okay, so. It is our turn. Got to get rid of the Hydra Mercenary. Can't attack Rhino, but we got to deal with that threat. All right, so. I'm going to go ahead and let's see what we have here. So we have Daredevil, which is always very good. Strength and great responsibility, and the interrogation and the source from Peter Parker generates a resource. That's a total of 4. I'll bring out Daredevil. And we will use Web Shooter. Got 1 there. Actually, Parker will flip. One there to bring out Interrogation Room. Keep the surveillance team and the enhanced. So let's see here. So I got to get rid of the mercenaries. So Daredevil's going to thwart for 2. He will take 1 there. And when he does, you deal 1 damage to an enemy. So he'll do 1 damage to the mercenary. Spider-Man will attack for 2, getting rid of the mercenary. He's gone. Yeah, on a sacrifice fly, the sacrifice fly rating, the arm fielder's rate is not in the calculation, only when the sacrifice fly rating fails. Okay, so after you defeat a minion, remove 1 threat from the scheme. And now Jessica will thwart for 1, taking that down. You're welcome, my brother. And I think, of course, Daredevil gets 1, she gets another. And I think that's it. So reset. And we get 3 cards. Nick Fury, Haymaker, and Genius. Okay. All right. So Rhino's turn. He attacks. Jessica Jones is going to defend. So he attacks. He gets a card. When the villain initiates attack against you, draw a card, getting an enhanced spider sense. He attacks for 2, plus 2 is 4. Jessica's gone. And let's see here. Gets an encounter card, and it is the bomb scare just showed up. When reveal, place an additional threat there, so now it's a total of 3. So 3 on the bomb scare just showed up. Now I got to deal with that. Wonderful. Okay, so all right, so we go back to me. Okay, so I'm going to use Genius to bring out Surveillance Team. Put 3 Snoop counters on it. And Spider-Man will thwart for 2. Surveillance Team will thwart for 1. Getting rid of the bomb scare. And let's see here. Daredevil is going to attack for 2 on Rhino. Bring him down to 10. And let's see. Web Shooter. Web Shooter will exhaust. Getting rid of that for 1. And we will utilize. We'll bring out Nick Fury. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Actually, well, that goes for 1. Actually, no, I don't want to bring out Nick Fury. I'll use 1 enhanced Spider Sense to do Haymaker. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. Bring him down to 7. I'll save Nick. Keep the other enhanced Spider Sense. And I think that's it. 3 cards. Power of Justice, Backflip, and Energy. Always good to have. All right. He goes. Gets a threat. He will attack. Daredevil will defend. Although I have a backflip, but I'll save that just in case from counter card. So Daredevil defends. So he does 2 plus 2 is 4. He's hitting hard today. I know he's gone. Getting a counter card, and it is Breaking and Taken. Oh, great. So now that I got to deal with that twice. So Breaking and Taken gets 3. 3 threat. Breaking and Taken side schemes. And I got to deal with that again. Wonderful. Okay. So our turn. Well, Surveillance Team will do this. Spider-Man thwarts for 2 due to Heroic Intermission. Gets rid of this. Gets rid of Breaking and Taken. That goes away for now. And we will use Energy, Power of Justice, and 1 backflip to bring out Nick. He will deal 4 damage to an enemy. Rhino. Bring him down to 3. Attack for 2. Bring him down to 1. Bring him down to 1. Keeping enhanced Spider Sense. So Rhino's playing tough today. Didn't play so tough the last time I did a practice run. Well, let's see here. I think that's it. And they'll get 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. So what is this? The Queen Spiders versus the Manhattan Rhinos, an epic battle of 2-hand hard torch street football. Could be MLC. Good to see you. Just a friendly thing here. Just friendly. Haven't streamed since the State of the Network. So I thought I would stream a little bit, just a little Marvel Champions. I'm enjoying my off season. I know you guys would love to get me into 1972 now, but trust me, the one thing I like about The one thing I like about waiting all the way till January to start the next season, it kind of gets me in suspense, kind of gets me excited that I really wish I could start it now. I mean, I'm all ready. I mean, I have everything I need to do for Inside Pitch 1972. I'm all set. I mean, I could start this. I could have started the season today if I wanted to. I have everything already set to go, but it kind of keeps me in suspense. Plus, I have other stuff coming. I have an unboxing that I'll probably want to do here on Wednesday. I ordered something that I'm waiting for to arrive. I want to do some tennis too. I got the Let's Play tennis game. I like to do that. So I thought today I'd just do a little quick Marvel Champions, because I haven't done it in a while. Gotta leave them wanting more. They get complacent. Exactly. That's why I can only do 2 seasons a year. The only time I could probably do 3 seasons in a year is if the 2020 season was done. Since 2020 was so short, if that had came up in the selection cards, if anybody wanted me to do that season very, very quickly, I probably could have. I probably would have done 2 seasons I probably would have done 2 seasons. Maybe would have done 2020, taken maybe maybe 1 month off, and then immediately get back to another one. Who knows? Who knows? All right, whose turn is it? It's his. So he goes and generates a threat. He attacks. Nick Fury will defend, so he attacks for 2 plus 0. So does 2. He's gone. All right. And we'll get an encounter card here. And false alarm. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, this card gains surge. You are confused. If you're already confused, this card gains surge. All right, so he's confused. All right. All right, so, oh, by the way, I do get a card for that. I'm getting great responsibility. All right. Okay, so our turn. So let's see here. Surveillance team will go ahead and move the threat from here. Get rid of that. I can take Rhino down right now easily, but I'd rather wait. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to thwart. Thwart gets rid of confused. And I'm going to do great responsibility, 1 spider tracer, and 1 swinging web kit, which I really don't need right now. Let's bring out Mockingbird. She will stun him. She will stun him. Mockingbird will thwart for 1. Getting that down. And I think that's it. So I think that's it. Do I want to flip? Not really necessary. He can scheme for 1 there. No, we'll be all right. So we'll put a card here. And we get 3 cards for justice. For justice and whipped up. That's actually what I was waiting for. Okay, so his turn. He's stunned. He can't attack. So we go straight to the encounter. The threat, of course, goes on the scheme. Threat goes on the scheme. So we go straight to an encounter card. And as I'm tough, give Rhino a tough status card. If Rhino already has a tough status card, this card gets surge. That goes on that. Reminds me he's tough. So nothing good. There's another one problem there. Okay, so let's see here. Happy Veterans Day, by the way, to everybody who's out there as a veteran, from one service man, from one man that served in the Navy to all the other. We thank you all for your service that served our country. All right, let's see, Spider-Man. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna. It's our turn. We're gonna attack for 1. Actually, Mockingbird actually will attack for 1. Getting rid of tough. And Spider-Man will attack for 2, bringing Rhino to the next stage. He's down to 0. So we'll go to Rhino stage 2, bring him back up to 15. And the break it and take inside scheme comes back. Shuffle the encounter deck. It gets 3 threat. Gets 3 threat. And all right. So now Rhino's at level 15, Rhino stage 2. We're going to play Webbed Up and the Swinging Web Kick to do for Justice. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. So this goes away. Keep the other for Justice in the hand. Spider Sense, and that will take care of it. So, all right. And that's the turn. 1, 2, 3. Flipped up Power of Justice, another Swinging Web Kick. Okay, cool. All right. This turn. Gets a threat. He will attack. Mockingbird defends. He attacks. Get a card. Backflip. So he attacks for 3. Plus 1 is 4. She's gone. Encounter card. Explosion. If Bomb Scare is in play, assign X damage among heroes and allies. If Bomb Scare is not in play, card gains Surge. And Bomb Scare is once again back in play. I'm getting hit with all the friggin' I'm getting hit with all the side schemes in this one today. The one thing about Marvel Champions, you can play the same hero versus the same villain as many times as you want. It's never the same game twice. Because of the randomness of the cards, it's never the same game twice. All right, so I got to deal with Bomb Scare again. Okay, so my turn. So let's do the Power of Justice. Double the number of resources this card generates. For another for Justice, move 3 threat from the scheme. 4 threat, so you play this card during a resource. We'll get rid of Bomb Scare. That goes away. Spider-Man's going to thwart for 2. We'll break him down to 1. And we are then going to do let's see here. I am going to keep the back flip, keep the Swinging Web Kick, and get rid of Webbed Up. Keep the Enhanced Spider Sense. You never know when Shadows of the Past may show up. So I think that'll do it for turn. 2 cards, getting Spider Tracer and Avengers Mansion. One thing about playing these games, you got to build an engine. But sometimes, if you can't build the engine, you got to play a little conservatively. All right. So his turn. It's threat. He attacks for 3. Spider-Man is going to defend. So attacks for 3. So attacks for 3 plus 2 is 5, but he gets a card. Interrogation room. He only took 2 damage, so now he's down to 8. Down to 8. Counter card. Assault. When revealed, this card gains Surge. When revealed, the villain attacks you. Okay, he attacks me again. All right, he attacks me again. That's fine. So 3. Get another encounter. Get another card. Get emergency. So 3 plus 1 is 4. However, I'll go ahead and use backflip when we're taking any amount of damage for attack within all that damage. So I get nothing. And he does nothing to me. All right. Okay. So what do we do here now? So, okay, so our turn down to 8. We're going to go ahead and do, let's see what we want here. We got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to perform a swinging web kick, deal 8 damage to an enemy, bring him down a bit. So bring him down to 7. Down to 7. Still have Avengers Mansion, Enhanced Spider Sense. I'm gonna get rid of Avengers Man. I'm gonna deck myself here in a second. So I'm gonna get rid of Avengers Mansion, keep Enhanced Spider Sense, and we are going to. It's gonna end the turn. So we'll go here, deck out. Getting Reynolds team. Counter card. Shuffle. Interrogation room webbed up and a swinging web kick back. Okay. All right, his turn. It's a threat. He will attack. Spider-Man has to defend. So he defends for 3. He attacks, get a card, get Jessica Jones. So he attacks for 3, plus 2 is 5. He defended for 3. So brings him down to 6. Down to 6. So I deal with 2 encounter cards now. First one, I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status card. If Rhino already is a tough status card, so he's tough again. Second encounter card, gang up. This card gains serves if going into each minion engaged with you attacks you. He gets a good enough strength, he can knock me out. I'm going to utilize Interrogation Room to play Enhanced Spider Sense. When a Treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, counts as one revealed effects, and that will prevent him from doing that. Although I probably should have saved that for Shadows of the Past. All right. Okay, back to us. So, all right, we're going to use webbed up, swinging web kicks around his team. Got Jessica Jones out, need an ally. Jessica Jones is going to thwart for 1. And we are going to flip. It may heals us. Back to 10. Trying to see if I can complete this before the college football game starts. Got a whole bunch of got a great amount of college football to watch today. So that's it. So that, and that. 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, first aid, Haymaker, Enhanced Spider Sense, Web Shooter, and Genius. Not too bad. Okay, so let's see. We are Penn State. Yeah. Although I hate to say this, MLC, I hate to say this, but I don't see Penn State beating Michigan, especially now that Harbaugh was suspended for the rest of the regular season, which I think was ridiculous. For some reason, the NCAA has it in for Harbaugh. And right now, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually hoping that Michigan goes all the way and wins the title. And I don't think they're going to lose to Penn State, and I don't think they're going to lose to Ohio State at home either. The only teams that beat Michigan, in my actual opinion, is Georgia. Is probably Georgia. Maybe the only team that can beat them. I don't see Washington beating Michigan, not with that defense they got. But in credit to Penn State, though, Penn State is the first real opponent Michigan's will play all year long, because everybody they played were cupcakes. Their schedule this year was very, very easy. All right, so it is his turn. He gets a threat, and he schemes for 1. As long as it doesn't scheme for 4, I still hold out. So he schemes for 1 plus 0. So he only puts 1 on the threat. Let's see here. All right, so there. I'll get an encounter card. As long as it's not an advanced card, we're okay. And it is Armored Rhino Suit. When any amount of damage will be dealt to Rhino, place it here instead. Then if there is at least 5 damage here, discard Armored Rhino Suit. So he has now an extra 5 damage. All right, wonderful. So I'll put that under that. Okay, so our turn here. Peter Parker generates a resource. Peter Parker generates a resource here. Got a thwart. There'll be some thwarting. Generates a resource, put out the web shooter. OSU embarrassed Penn State. I don't know if I call that embarrassed. They only beat them 20-12. I watched that game. I don't know if they embarrassed Penn State. I mean, their defense was good, but Penn State, neither team. I don't know if I would call it embarrassment. They only beat them by 8, and that was at home too. That was at Ohio State. If that game was at Beaver Stadium, that game could have been a lot different. Let's see. Put another web shooter using first aid. All right. Peter Parker will thwart for 2. Taking that. Jessica Jones will thwart for 1. Taking that. And we'll use 2 Genius to do a Haymaker, deal 3 damage to an enemy, which will get rid of Tough. And I have another Enhanced Spider Sense, which is useful. I'll save that. And that's it. So back here. 4, 3, 4. Strength, Helicarrier, Heroic Enrichment, and Black Cat. Okay. All right, so that's a threat. Rhino will attack. Jessica will defend. So 3 plus 0. Jessica's gone. And also, he gets a card. Great responsibility. All right. And getting a counter card, and it is Assault. The villain attacks you. He'll take it. So 3. He'll take it or what? No, he'll take it. He'll take it. So 3. He attacks, get another card, getting another interrogation room. So 3, and I'm going to take it. So 3 plus, 2 is 5. So he went down to 5 now. That's okay. All right. So Rhino stage, where are we? Rhino stage 2. So he's got 7 plus 5. So I need to do 12 damage on him. Okay. So Spider-Man, what are we going to do here? We use Strength to put out an ally, Black Cat. After you play Black Cat, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Add each card with a printed mental resource discarded this way into your hand. So 2 cards. And I get neither of them. Both Power of Justice. That sucked. All right. do the web shooters. 2. And we'll use interrogation room to put out the helicarrier. And she will thwart for 1. He will attack for 2, putting 2 damage on that. And he is going to flip. Oh, I got Black Cat. She can take some hit, but I brought the break-in already down, so let's see here. So we're gonna we'll flip. Flip over. Aunt May heals. Brings him up back to 9. Best support card in the game, Aunt May. Best support card in the game. Let's see here. Great responsibility. Dump that. I'll keep in hand Spider Sense. And heal up. We've done there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And not much there really, but okay. So waiting for another swinging web kick. Okay, so his turn. Gets a threat. He schemes. So he schemes here. Schemes for 1, plus 1 is 2. And gets an encounter card, and it is another tough. I'm tough. Give Rhino a tough status card. If Rhino already has a tough, he gets tough again. Jeez, I can't. Dang, this deck is kicking my butt today. All right. All right, so our turn here now. So go back to us. Aunt May will heal. Bring him back to full 10. Generates a resource. And he'll flip. Generates a resource, so that's 1. Helicarrier will reduce a card by 1, play for justice, move 3 threat from a scheme. 4th threat, instead if you pay for this card using a mental resource, we did, because Peter Parker generates a mental resource. We remove 4th threat. So all of that is gone off of here. There. And Black Cat will attack for 1, and it doesn't give me a tough. And still got 2 damage on the Rhino suit. And Spider-Man will attack for 2. Putting 2 more on this. We will use both web shooters to reduce for 2. And we will play 1 Spider Tracer, 1 Emergency. Put up webbed up, which means he can't attack now for 2 turns. Keeping backflip and enhance Spider Sense. And maybe we might be able to finish him off in the next round. We'll see, depending on what cards we draw. Okay, that ends the turn. One, 2, 3. And 2 swinging web kicks. That could be him. That should do it. All right, so his turn. He gets a threat. He's webbed up, so he can't attack. So now he's stunned. So we go straight to the encounter card, and it is Shadow of the Past. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of your set-aside Nemesis encounter set in the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion does not enter the game this way, this card gains Surge. However, we will play we will go ahead and utilize a web shooter to play that. Gets rid of this. And play Enhanced Spider Sense. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel one revealed effect, so you go away and you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. That's why, this is why, if you ever play Spider-Man, this is one card you absolutely should have in your hand pretty much at all times. That and Backflip. Sooner or later, you'll get the cards you need to defeat him, which I'm about to do anyway. So, I'm about to do anyway. All right, so it's over. So, it's done. So next up is, all right, so it goes back to our turn, and Spider-Man will attack for 2, getting rid of this. There's at least 5 damage here. Discard armor Rhino suit, which there is now. Attack for 2, gets rid of that. And now we'll play, and why not? Black Cat will get into the act. Attacks for 1, bring him down to 6. And we use the backflip. Avengers Mansion and the final web shooter generates a resource to play swinging web kick, deal 8 damage to an enemy. And Rhino was down to 0. And he is out. Like I said, you can play this game over and over and over again. Same hero, same everything, and same everything, same hero, same whatever, and it never plays the same twice. It never plays the same twice. I just thought I'd play Spider-Man real quick. I actually have all the starter decks again set up for all the heroes and Marvel Champions. I kind of like the starter decks. I think the starter decks actually give you a chance. I mean, I can build my own decks easily, but the starter deck just makes it easy to play and such. So, you know. So, another victory for Spider-Man over Rhino. Maybe the next one I'll do will be Captain Marvel versus Claw. Since the Marvels is coming up, Captain Marvel sounds like a good one to play. So, I guess that could be it for next. So, okay. Well, guys, for those of you who watched, thank you very much for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, and stay strong.